items that I think you should have for your guinea pigs for the year of 2023. It's a pretty long list, so I did have to write it down. So if you see me glancing away from the camera, it's because I'm checking my notes. So the number one thing that I think we should all have for our guinea pigs, even possibly before you bring guinea pigs home, critical care. So you might be asking, what's critical care? Well, it's an emergency food. In case your guinea pig ever stops eating, you will need to supplement. If you don't have critical care, you can do a DIY. I've done that in a different video. I can link it in the iCards. But critical care is the number one essential. The next item is 1 ml syringes. You want to have 1 ml syringes at home. You want to have 3 ml, 5 ml, and maybe a 10 ml as well. It's always good to have different denomination of syringes available in case you needed to offer medication or vitamin C or, again, for critical care purposes. The third item is terramycin. Now, we all know that guinea pigs, 80% of their diet is hay, and hay pokes are very common, a lot more common than you think. It's an easy, quick fix for the most part at home. Sometimes it may require going to the vet, but terramycin is an antibiotic eye ointment that if your guinea pig gets hay in their eye, you can use saline solution to help remove the piece of hay, and terramycin is for the potential eye injury. The next item you want to have is probiotics, such as Benebac. If your guinea pigs ever are on antibiotics, it is very hard on their system, on their gut, and probiotics replaces the good gut bacteria that the antibiotics end up stripping. So, even though critical care has probiotics in it, you still want to have probiotics at home on hand. You never know when you're going to need it. The next item are spare water bottles. If you have 1 guinea pig, 1 bottle is fine. If you have 2 guinea pigs, 1 bottle might be fine, but it's always good to have a spare. The more guinea pigs you have, the more water bottles you want to have around. You never know when one is going to stop working, or it's going to break, or your guinea pig's just going to one day decide, my guinea pig's not drinking water, what do I do? Always have spare water bottles on hand, and then you can rotate it, you can interchange it, you can do whatever you choose to do with that. Next item on our list is emergency bags of disposable bedding. Now, the reason I say you want to have disposable bedding on hand, but if you're like me and you have not the greatest luck sometimes, your washer will go kaput on you out of nowhere. And if you've only got maybe 2 or 3 guinea pigs, only 1 cage, disposable bedding is something good to have on hand. You don't have access to a laundromat or the transportation to get to one or the funds for one. At least you'd have disposable bedding to get you through, let's say, a week until you can get your washer fixed or replaced. Next up on our list, you want to have travel cage or a carrier. Your store-bought guinea pig cages, the ones that we in the guinea pig community always tell you, don't get this, it's not good, da, 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 da. Guess what? It's okay for travel purposes. If you're traveling to the vet, if you're taking your 2 guinea pigs with you and you're going on holidays, and you want to bring them with you because you don't have a pet sitter, using a store-bought cage for the travel purpose only is okay. When you get to your destination, you want to have either a CNC cage ready that you can put together quickly, or a pop-up playpen. Add pop-up playpen into that little category of carrier or travel cage. Next up, we all know, or most of us know, that we have to trim our guinea pig nails every 4 to 6 weeks. It really varies. But styptic powder. What is styptic powder? It's an antibiotic powder that helps stop the bleeding if you get there quick. That means if you cut the nail too short. Next on the list we have, well, nail clippers. You can't cut nails if you don't have nail clippers. And most of us already have nail clippers at home because we cut our own nails, right? It's always nice to have separate nail clippers for yourself and separate ones for your guinea pigs, but that's just my personal choice. Next up, fleece forests. We're going to take a little gander of a walk so you can see what I am talking about. We have corner fleece forests. We have square fleece forests. We have 2x1 fleece forests over here. The reason we want to have fleece forests is because it provides shelter for your guinea pigs. It makes them feel safe, makes them feel like they have a hiding spot, but it maximizes your cage space. You no longer have to take up sections of your cage, especially if you are working with a minimal sized cage. Next item that I highly suggest is having tunnels. Anytime you're bonding your guinea pigs, introducing new guinea pigs together, you want to have two-way entrances. That way nobody can be cornered, nobody can get hurt, and it's just a really awesome thing. Guinea pigs love tunnels. Next up, we want to have chew toys for enrichment. But what kind of toys can I get for my guinea pigs? Because when you think of a dog or a cat, there's interactive toys and things that they can bat around and play with, chew on, and so forth. Guinea pigs have never-ending growing teeth. Their teeth are open-rooted. You want to have chew toys for them. Let me see if I can find a chew toy quickly. Here we go. This is a chew toy. This is the Oxbow Timothy Lollipop. It has the applewood stick as well. As you can see, the guinea pigs have been chewing on it. Chew toys like that, anything Timothy related, is a great option to have. I have on another video where I've done 12 safe guinea pig toys that you can get. So I will also link that in the iCards for you. Next up on the list, well, you want to have hay. Whether it's a store-bought package of hay for an emergency purpose or whatnot, or if you get your hay from a local farm like I do, it's always good to have some set aside in a little container or a little bag if you ever have to evacuate your premises with your guinea pigs, and you need to make sure that they have hay because that's 80% of their diet. Now, some of you might be thinking that I can easily just go to the pet store and pick up more hay. Well, guess what? Not always. What if your wallet gets stolen? What if your credit card or your debit card doesn't work anymore? What if you lost your cash somewhere? There is some what ifs, and you shouldn't live on the what ifs, but it's always good to be prepared. So having a small spare tote bin of hay is always a great idea. Next up on the list is liquid vitamin C. I recommend Child's Life brand, but you don't want to have the Vita Drops. Using Vita Drops changes the flavor of the water, and then guinea pigs might not want to drink their water anymore. So having the liquid vitamin C with your 1 ml syringes, 1 ml is a full daily dose for a guinea pig. Goes hand in hand. We have, oh, my favorite, piggy bunk beds. Every guinea pig I've seen so far loves piggy bunk beds. Some of them use the top bunk as well, not all of them do, but having this one here, it's open-ended like a tunnel, but it provides them a little bed, and it's just perfect. It's not that expensive. I highly suggest your piggy bunk beds. Everybody tends to have bowls lying around their house, so if your guinea pig chooses to have their water in a bowl, you have them lying around. You can experiment that way. If you don't have your food dish, you can scatter feed. There's many different ways there, but those are my top 15 items that I highly suggest that you have for your guinea pigs. Bonus, zip ties come in handy for so many things, especially when you use CNC cages. So that is all I have for you today, and I want to thank you for watching. Fantastic day. Talk to y'all soon.